Hey, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about some composer and vinyl news and the greatest underwater level soundtrack ever made. First, I'm going to talk about some composer news. So I don't know if you guys heard of Bear McCreary. He's the composer for, well, if you haven't heard his name before, you probably heard his music. He made the soundtrack for Battlestar Galactica, Godzilla, of the Ring of Power, Star Trek. I mean, this guy has an impressive resume. He did also the soundtrack for God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. I mean, and that if you play that game, the soundtrack is amazing. There's some news about they're going to come out with a God of War Amazon TV show. Honestly, it's a horrible idea, mostly because the showrunner or the head producer right now, his name is Ronald D. Moore. He's never played the game before, and when he tried, he's basically he can't. Okay, he's not a gamer, and I'm not saying you need to be a gamer to understand like the story. It's not inspiring a lot of confidence. So I'm hoping that, to be honest, I'm hoping they don't make it. But if they do, I do hope that they leverage Bear McCreary to do the soundtrack, because he did amazing work in the game, and he's a shoo-in. And also Ronald D. Moore, the producer, he also worked with Bear McCreary on Battlestar Galactica. So I think it's most likely going to happen. And this composer is also working on the Ring of Power, which is also owned by Amazon. So to me, it's a shoo-in. But personally, I don't know. I don't get these producers. They think they could just make, I don't know, a show that they don't love. Like, for example, there's a difference between like let's say if somebody who like you could when watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you could see the love that Peter Jackson put into that, right? And it shows in every aspect of it, from the armor, from the shots. Like, he was involved in so much, and you could tell that everything was thought out and done in a respectful manner. And I just don't think that, I don't know, this guy is gonna do a good job. And he did, like I said, I don't see what's the point. Like, don't even bother. But we'll see. I'm still gonna I would probably still watch it, but like I said, I'm still reserving my judgment. I mean, I could be proved wrong. I was proven wrong with One Piece. I thought it was a horrible idea, and I actually enjoyed the show. So let's hope I'm wrong. So there's been a lot of news with Bungie lately with the marathon game. Personally, it's horrible. They're stealing assets from this guy, and the design of the game does look kind of cool. I like the vibe. I'll put a link to the guy's Twitter post where he mentioned like how his assets were stolen. But I'm gonna mention the composer for Marathon. I was actually looking forward to the soundtrack. Ryan Lott. This guy is like I like the sound so far from Marathon, and I hope it reminds me of like Cyberpunk a bit, but I'm liking it a little bit more. Tell me what you think. I'll put a link for you if you guys want to hear it. But I don't know, man. With all this Bungie news that I'm hearing, I hope they do release the game still. But the fact that they're stealing stuff is just disheartening. But if you like, if you listen to the soundtrack, there's some Halo Easter eggs in the soundtrack actually. So it's definitely worth a listen. So Katana Zero, I don't know if you guys played that game. It's a side scroller with some time mechanic in there. They're giving out free DLC. If you haven't played that game yet, it's awesome. The soundtrack is worth the purchase alone, in my opinion. I'll play a bit of my favorite track. It's called Overdose. It's done by Ludwig and Bill Killy, but it's a great soundtrack. The DLC sounds like there's something new in there too. So, and it's free. I mean, who's gonna complain about that, right? Now, I like talking about anything like video game music-y, so I figured there's a research happening in the University of Sheffield. They're exploring how music shapes gaming experience. If you're interested in providing some of your information about it, it's a quick survey. It takes about 10-15 minutes. They do ask about some demographics like, gender, race, etc. But definitely take a look if you're interested and you want to be part of, some research. And I just thought it was kind of cool. Slay the Spire 2. That's coming out this year. Well, the early access. And if you ever played that game, in my opinion, it's the best single player card game ever made. So if you're interested in it, definitely put it on your wish list. But Clark Abao, the guy who did the soundtrack for the original one, he's reprising his role as doing the soundtrack. Definitely, I'm excited for it. I love the boss music in this game. So Bethesda released Doom's Dark Ages. Now, I don't know, man. Like, at first, I didn't even want to hear it. I was still upset about Mick Gordon, but I listened to it and I actually liked it a little bit more than I thought I would. But it's done by somebody named Finishing Move. I guess they're using like a pseudonym. But it's like, man, I mean, those are some big shoes to fill. I definitely understand why they use a pseudonym. But definitely check it out. It's actually not that bad. I only listened to like the first 20 or 30 minutes of it. I still haven't played it yet. I mean, the game is still like, I think it's like $80. And I don't have Game Pass right now. So I'm gonna probably wait until it goes on sale. Also, Elden Ring Night Reign. That's coming out soon. I was excited about this, but the multiplayer aspect I'm not a big fan of in Elden Ring. Like I said, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I really love Elden Ring. And Bandai Namco does an amazing job with their soundtracks. So I definitely they have a huge team that do all the composing for their games, and I just love, literally my favorite tracks are basically like the start screen of these games. Like, they're just freaking epic. But tell me what you guys think. I'm digging what I'm hearing, but I don't know if I might hold off on getting Night Ring a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't interest me, and the collector's edition does look kind of cool. I mean, I love the little statue that it comes with, but I have already a bad addiction to buying vinyls, and I don't know if I saw this YouTube video. I thought it was really cool. If you're lucky enough to get the Baldur's Gate 3 vinyl, somebody made a video just about how they did the artwork for it, and if you got it, tell me what you think. But also, check this out. I just thought it was really cool. She goes into detail how she made the artwork, and it's definitely worth a watch. So I'm gonna just do a quick review on a vinyl I got. I got it on Amazon. It was like $22. So I thought it was a really good deal. It's for Helldivers 2. I basically got this for one track. And if you played this, you basically know what track it is, okay? It's called Liberty. And it's this vinyl came in a really cool, like yellowy Helldivers color. I basically just played the one side mostly. I played the other side once, but I probably played the side that has Liberty on it. But this game is amazing. If you haven't played it yet, I'm not a big into multiplayer games. But this is just so much freaking fun. If you haven't played it, check it out. And with the new Illuminid, I think they're attacking Super Earth right now. You have everyone. If you gotta do what you gotta do to help manage democracy, okay? But regardless, if you haven't listened to the soundtrack, I'm gonna play a clip of it. At the start of every mission, you can't help but get freaking hyped. let's talk about pre-orders for vinyls. Lace Records just recently tweeted that they're coming out with an Assassin's Creed Shadow vinyl set. It looks pretty cool. It comes out in October 2025. Cuphead Q4 2025. It's a pretty big collection. So Dragon Age is also having a really great vinyl set, this is 70 tracks. It's pretty big, and it has Dragon Age Origin tracks, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, and basically a 4th disc with 7 chosen tracks from the DLC, plus 9 fan favorite Bard songs. I'm not familiar with this franchise that well, as I know I have friends that love this game, but I know I need to play it. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. If you're gonna pick this up, it looks pretty cool. I haven't heard any of the tracks. I need to give it a shot. Black Desert is getting its 10th anniversary vinyl set. It's pretty cool, but I don't know. I never played Black Desert Online. I'm kind of scared. It's one of those games that I don't know, man. When it comes to Korean MMOs, I have a problem. Okay, I played Lost Ark. I'm scared to admit how much time I put into that game. Okay, like I put an obscene amount of time in that game. Okay, so yeah, that's coming out now. Video Game Donkey released a video just about this Animal Well special edition that's coming out. If you haven't played Animal Well, I highly recommend checking it out. It's like a Metroidvania weird platformer, but the skills are so unique. It feels like fresh, but also like the world you're in is so freaking trippy. I remember, like, when I think about the game, I just remember it being like some type of hypnotic haze. I don't know how to explain it, but the colors were so cool. The pixel art was just like, there's a lot. It was so detailed, and they had a lot of character to it. I love this game. I'm definitely gonna replay it eventually, and it's a short game. I think I beat it in like a weekend. So if you have time, check it out. But they're coming out with this cool looking vinyl set. It comes with like cassette, some art. But I just got the vinyl only. It comes in a turquoise color. It looks really cool. I picked this one up. If you just get the vinyl, I think it's coming out 4th quarter. But if you get like that whole box set, you're not gonna get it until like, I think Q2 of 2026. Now, one thing that's really cool is that Donkey is working on this. Like the fact that he made a vinyl set for this Animal Well, I truly hope they do one for Star Providence. I think the game was previously called Monolith. It's like it reminds me a little bit like Smash TV with like, but you're a shooter, like, you know, like Ikaruga or 1941. You know, but you're like in a spaceship. It's really cool. The soundtrack reminds me of like SNES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mixed with like Smash TV and Contra. I know I'm dating myself, but trust me, if you haven't played that game, it's pretty fun. But like, I love the soundtrack more than I did Animal Well for this. But definitely check it out if you haven't. Star Providence is definitely worth a listen. I'll put a link below of the composer and their page, but also yeah, and you can just listen to some of the tracks. Also, they're coming out with a vinyl of Another Crab's Treasure. I know this is like a Dark Souls game, but with a crab. I want to give it a shot. I heard it's pretty fun. So I'm gonna, but they're coming up to vinyl. I haven't heard any of the tracks from this. Tell me if you think you're a big fan of it and if it's worth a listen. Also, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I do need to buy this one. I haven't gotten it yet. Like I said, I have an addiction, right? So I'm trying to be very frugal on the selection of vinyls that I pick, but this is definitely, I will eventually get this. It's up there with Katana Zero. There's probably like 5 or 10 vinyls that I plan on, like I truly need. And this is one of them, but I just recently got Transistor, but this is gonna be like, I think one of my next few purchases, or I'll wait till Black Friday. Now, I wanna highlight, since you know, I want to make this YouTube channel about like, you know, video game music and stuff like, hopefully I introduce you to some stuff that you might like. And I think it's definitely worth mentioning like important tracks that, I don't know, hopefully if you had never heard of it, you'll probably enjoy it, okay? And this is a water level track, okay? Usually when I go into a water level of any game, I despise it, okay? I'm still traumatized of like SNES, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stages, on disarming those freaking bombs. Like I hate, no, I normally despise water levels. But in this here, I'm gonna give a little bit description about this song and then we'll get into detail. So, and you should also like look, there's some, this song had like a lot of cultural impacts just for a freaking water level. And just looking at the YouTube, like I'm gonna put a link to the soundtrack, but people have like, this video has like almost 10 million views just for a water level soundtrack. So but when I hear this track, before I even play it, this is kind of quote I think about when I hear this track.
As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being.
And so this song is so weird. Like, this song somehow captures like the quiet despair of ordinary life while playing a freaking video game. The best video game songs tell a story and convey emotion without any words. And this song does both, just by touching into like, for me, it touches the fear of like dying alone in a deep ocean, but it's just like, I randomly think about this song every few months. It's just like, I need to listen to it, and I just like, I look it up, right? But just for context, right? This song comes from Donkey Kong Country. It's like a hectic platformer, right? 1 minute you're vibing to the song DK Island Swing, then suddenly you're dropped in the ocean and your ears experiences pure freaking bliss. This song is often described as the Eleanor Rigby of music. One of those weird songs that make you like question the meaning of life. Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails stated like he loves this track. Childish Gambino sampled it in some of his songs called Eat Your Vegetable. To me, this song, like, I think about my childhood when I hear this song, playing in a room with my brother and my cousin, and like I said, it's one of those tracks that I never forgot. Tell me what you guys think about it, and hopefully, if you never heard of it, you enjoy it. But the guy who composed it, David Wise, is he's the GOAT. Okay, like the whole Donkey Kong Country soundtrack is worth a video alone. This guy, all of his tracks are just like memorable, and it's definitely worth a listen, especially Aquatic Ambiance, which is the name of the song. Definitely check it out. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I introduce you to like a legendary track that eventually you'll start listening to. Well, anyway, this is my second video. Tell me what you guys think. Feel free to give me some feedback, and I appreciate your time. Thanks, guys.